Ladies and gentlemen, we back. Had a quick hiccup, quick hiccup, but continue to share this out. We got some more stuff to talk about. We're gonna be with Joe for a little second, not too long. I know you gotta get up early and do your essential work. How you feel about this whole Cuomo thing and Cuomo calling us heroes and the death rate in the MTA and how many workers died? How you feel about that?
I think he's full of crap. And I think that he's talking about, oh, they deserve 50% because he's not footing the bill. If Cuomo, and you said this, if Cuomo really thought we were heroes and we were essential and everything he's saying about us, he would front the money. I mean, he's the one that pays us. If he would just come up and say, okay, everybody from now on, when they clock in, they make overtime, that's done. Right? He's not going to do that. He's full of crap. He knows that Trump is probably going to, curtail this or some weird thing is going to happen, and then he could just blame it on Trump. So he's not genuine at all. And of course, we're used to Cuomo. We know him. I mean, he's out there with his show trying to make himself a name nationally, doing it on the backs of people dying from coronavirus and doing it on the backs of essential workers. And I don't believe a word he says, and I don't believe that he's out to protect us. Cuomo is for Cuomo, period. And what he says comes through the MTA board. What they say, that comes from him. That comes from his office. When
Mm-hmm.
they say that we are not, that somehow we're below some national average, that's his office talking. That's not the MTA talking.
Yeah, and what do you think? Because I said the same. I said that same thing like you said about he's blaming it on Trump. You know, he want Trump to foot the bill, and if it don't work, it won't be no direct impact on him because he's going to raise up his hands and say, "Hey, at least I tried."
Right.
And the union, all of a sudden now, we just went months without a contract. A deadline isn't a deadline with this administration. They didn't mention anything about hazard pay. Now all of a sudden, it's hazard pay. Hazard pay. They need hazard pay. But they not saying that Cuomo is saying we should have hazard pay. They doing the same thing because for some reason they never want to criticize Cuomo. Why you think that is?
Cuomo is Big Daddy. He's Samuelson's daddy. That goes without saying. You will never ever see a criticism, even when they were going after Foy. That was only because Foy's a punching bag. Foy, that's what Foy's there for. That's what the MTA is there for. The MTA is there to guide away blows to the governor. So you will never ever see that. But the truth be told, Cuomo is the guy pulling the strings everywhere, all the time. Even when he's trying to throw stuff on De Blasio, it's Cuomo. He's the boss. Period. End of story. If he says yes, it happens. If he says no, it doesn't happen. And Samuelson and I'm not even going to say Tony Utano because he's a puppet. It's all Samuelson. Samuelson pulls the strings in Local 100, and Samuelson pulls those strings for Cuomo. Period.
It's crazy. I don't think I meant to tell you this the other day when I spoke with you that I had a talk with Samuelson. I seen him at the MTA board meeting, and I decided to have a talk with him.
Uh huh.
And it was really in regard into the train operator who gave birth to a stillborn baby. And I'm telling him, I said, look, I know we don't agree on things, but this is something that we should all fight for. And I was telling him, you got to say something to Foy. You there with him. He's like, oh no, Utano is handling. I said, no. You going back there with Foy. You got to say something to Foy about it. And he was like, okay, I'll do it. But we spoke for about 15 minutes. And he said something funny to me that I found was amusing. He said a couple of things that was actually funny. He said that he don't understand why he don't get along with me because he has got along with his opposition for a very long time. And he pointed to Curtis Tate.
Oh, come on. Oh.
So
I think that's hysterical.
so and he was like, he said something to the fact like, for some reason when people meet me and they feel like they're in opposition with me, they always gotta lie and say, oh, I don't really watch your show, I don't really hear about you. I said, Samuelson, you've been hearing about me since at least 2016. You call me a scab on stage. And he just lit up
Ooh.
and said, he said, yeah, I said that. I said, how can you call me a scab when you never called a strike? You know what I'm saying? But
And he never
but
heard of you
yeah,
if
but
you were scared.
we spoke. We didn't agree on a lot of things, but we spoke as men respectfully, and we shook hands when we parted ways. And I respect him to the point that he did that, because when I tried to do that same thing with Utano after the ballot count, I don't know how I became the villain out of that whole ballot count thing when I was trying to, right after you, I think. Right after you, I think you spoke to Utano, and I didn't even know you spoke to Utano. I don't even know if you spoke to Utano at that point, but we spoke later about it, whatever. And he act like this tough mafia boss and send his goonies at me or whatever the case is. And I was always about the unity part, and I wanted to put the election behind us during that time. But once he gave me, he rebuffed me in that kind of way, which I felt was disrespectful. That required probably um, some repercussions. Luckily, I held my composure because they did come at me in a threatening way. Uh, I felt that was being very disrespectful. And Samuelson shook my hand, Utano didn't. And I abused Samuelson probably way more than I did Utano. And I don't respect Utano for that at all.
Well, I mean, look, I only congratulated him, which is traditional. Whether I mean it or not, you just say it. So, but he should have extended that courtesy to you. I don't know. I'm not gonna make a conjecture here about why. I probably have my own suspicions why, but I'll just leave it there. But he should have just, at least, if he didn't mean it, just say it.
he,
Thank
he
you, whatever, whatever.
he tried to say, because I said I called him big. He's very sensitive about that. A few of his people had got in contact with me and said, Utano don't like when you talk about his weight. Like, are you serious? Like, I mean, he tried to get my shop steward pass revoked from me back in 2017. He think I don't
That's
know about
funny.
that. And that was before he was the president of this union. And even before he got elected, a lot of people don't know that they tried to recruit me for the communications department. And I told them they don't got enough money to pay me. You know, so yeah, they tried to give me a job to shut me up. I'm not no communications guy. You think I want to be behind a computer doing a show all day? That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do this. If I was a regular rank and file member who just came to work and went home, there wouldn't be no progressive action. I don't want to do this. It's feel like I'm
And you,
forced to do this.
yeah, and your show would be scripted. Yeah, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be just free to say what you want.
I mean, let's not forget they thought that you and Roger was the masterminds behind progressive action.
That was funny too, but that's their own paranoia. Isn't that funny how paranoia works? I mean, a lot of them still believe that.
Really?
Yeah, I it's true. And they put Roger. Roger is still a boogeyman down there after 10 plus years. That's amazing.
I don't even like communicate with Roger like that. We speak here and there, but for them to say that you and Roger was behind the Progressive Action TV show when they was calling me a rookie was actually a compliment. Little did they know. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn,
That's so funny.
You think Roger and Joe behind the Progressive Action, and we wasn't even TV then. We was podcast.
Maybe because I was on it so much. Maybe I can't explain paranoia.
Yeah, but like I said, moving forward, I'm very happy that we working together. You on the team. Um, that mistake that I made before, I take responsibility for the mistake that I made before. That would never happen again. Um, and I just want what's best for the members. and we're going to bring more people on board with us. And it's not even about campaigning or an election right now. It's about unity, something that the union isn't doing.
If you and I can, put any past disagreements we had behind us, a lot of people can. And especially if we all, want the same goal. We're all trying to get to the same finish line. Um, and I think that, the sooner the better, obviously. And also that, if people want to reach out, because I'm willing to start this up. There's a lot that people need to know. I don't care what anybody thinks down the Union Hall, and people can talk all the shit they want. They're already officers, and they're all campaigning in their own right, whatever, everything that they do. So there's no shame in us now coming together out in the open and saying, you know what, we want to take that Union Hall back for the membership, and we want to put together a comprehensive learning annex to teach people how to run for office, as long as they're not running for with Stand United. I mean, if they really, if they're serious about being representatives, there are a lot of things that people don't know. You just can't walk in there because depending on your level of naivety, Schwartz, these guys, they'll hit you with all kinds of stuff and lead you along, lead you past a deadline, and then disqualify you. They're not there to help you. Nobody is there to give you advice. They want your ass out. And I'm only saying that because how many times have I been down this road? How many lessons did I learn? How many protests did I write? How many lawyers' hours were there logged? I've been just 3 different presidential elections and an international election, Stonewall after Stonewall. So the first thing I want to do, Jamel, is, you and I, we're going to talk, give our views to the members, move on away from this talking about the union. The negativity that's down there is exhausting, but I want to be able to start teaching people how to run and how to win and what they need to do. And they have to follow this plan to the T. So we get to moving on that right away.
Yeah, and I hope that you're teaching them from example because we're not going to let you go out without running again.
You know what? All I want to do
ain't nothing funny, Joe. Ain't nothing funny.
No, you know what? You know what makes me laugh? Because it reminds me of the last Godfather, where he says, "Every time I try to come out, they drag me back in." But and believe me when I tell you, it doesn't take much of an arm twist to get me back in the game. But what I also want to do is I want to be able to share this and even teach the teacher, so people can pass it on. All the lessons that I've learned. It's not just about running. It's not just about the rule book, for running, but it's also about experiences and the things they do, how they try to disrupt shop gates, how they gang up on you, how they intimidate you, how they lead you along. It's a big, long discussion, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and we're going to make it happen. Like I said, the members deserve this. This isn't about you and I. This is bigger than you and I. This is about the membership of Local 100. And there should be some happy people out there that me and you are coming together to do amazing things. We're going to get back to educating the members at a time where shop steward classes were canceled for the past 3 years. So hopefully we'll find out a plan on how to do that on our end to educate the members. On Progressive Action TV, we do educate the members, but you had like some classroom style thing going on a couple of years ago, and due to our situation, we're going to have to move it to Zoom. So I'm definitely going to help you organize that.
That'd be great.
Teach people how to run. Like I said, we gonna do this by example. Right? It don't take much to twist your arm. So, but we definitely want people to get involved. We need people to be excited to get involved. See, one of my philosophies is that I don't like to convince people to defend themselves or teach people or convince people to want better. My philosophy on running for any position is that I will want the person to run for that, so it won't be too much convincing. I want people to be excited that Tramel and Joe Campbell are forming an alliance that's going to benefit the members, and they want to get involved. You know what I'm saying? They want to join. Hey, how can I help? If anybody want to help out there, send Joe a message. Send me a message. We're going to start putting things together behind the scenes where we're going to be able to talk and educate and do better for the members. Because right now it's about the members more than ever. We just had over 130 members pass away, and it's still not about the members. And I want to touch on that. You know, the union is trying to parade. We got $500,000 for the death of the family, and I think they got 3 years of salary with that, or whatever the case is. $500,000 is not a lot of money. You have a lot of people making over $100,000 killing themselves here, because in order to make $100,000, you're spending a lot of time on the job and away from your family, no matter how you put it. So we talking about the union the MTA is giving your family, after you die, $500,000. That's 5 years worth of salary for a lot of people here. Only 5 years. You are, as men, as providers, as women who provide, we are here to provide for our families for at least a lifetime. Whether it's the kids, whether it's your husband, your wife, your parents, even if it's your child for 18 years. They trying to say that for 5 of those years, if you made over $100,000, you're only going to be good for 5 years. What are you going to do after that? What's going to happen after that? And that consolation prize is not worth it. It's not worth it. We need more than $500,000 for them to make us feel good and be happy. That's just not enough. We deserve hazard pay now. We deserve, people is trying to say, hey, what would you rather have, hazard pay or 20 years and out, 22 years and out? That's oil and water. Those two things don't have nothing to do with each other. We deserve both. That's just like asking a person, what you want, your left eye or your right eye? You need both. We need both. Both of them mean something. They two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't choose. We're not going to choose unless the union do it to sell us out. But we deserve a pension change for the whole entire bargaining unit. We deserve, for the state, for that matter. Or if Cuomo feel that transit workers was top priority, then change our pension. It shouldn't be a 2-tier pension thing here. It should be something better than tier 4. Like I said, 22 and out, any age. We give a lot to this job. We are dying at an astronomical rate than any other city agency, any other industry in the country. In the country. I just heard, I was on CNBC today, and the person that came up after me said that they had 6 deaths in their industry and 120 deaths in their city. 120 deaths in their city. We have more deaths in our agency than they have in a city. That should be alarming. And nothing is going to change until we change. Now, somebody, I wasn't going to talk about this, but somebody went on the internet today and said that they don't see me as a leader because I said I'm not coming to work unsafe. So they will want me to come to work unsafe, to possibly die or not die, bring this virus to my 3-year-old son and possibly kill him. You know, people is not thinking. They not thinking that, hold on, the leader of people, they say people look up to me. People look up to me. If you look up to me and you see me home, you see me sick, I caught the coronavirus, I'm out on the IOD right now, on workers' comp, then they should say, hey, if Tramel doing it, then maybe I should do it. Over 5, 6, 7, I don't know, between 5 and 8,000 people tested positive for the coronavirus, I think, in transit. Picture if those 8,000 people did what I did. What would happen? There won't be no service. They would try to make things better for us ASAP. But people are so afraid. I get it, though. I get it. This company is about punitive discipline all the time. I get it. Trust me when I tell you, right? But there's also that factor of people have to come to work because of financial difficulties. If people had money stashed away for that rainy day, they wouldn't be rushing to come back. But you want to know what? People can't take their time coming back to work when the bills is still rushing in. That's the reality. I'm not badgering nobody or saying that you're wrong for your financial situation. There's single mothers out here that need the money. There are men that's on child support out here that need the money. There's just people in certain positions that have a lot of bills and not making the money. I get it. I'm not bashing nobody for that. But to try to criticize me for putting my health and my family first over a job that if I die tomorrow, somebody is coming up next off the list to take my job, to take my position. I value my life. I value my family. If you don't, then that's your business. If you're afraid to take off because you caught the coronavirus, then that's your business. But don't you ever in life criticize me for making a decision that's best for my family and myself. Health is wealth. $500,000 isn't a lot of money to my family. They don't want the $500,000. You know what they want? They want me here on earth to provide and protect for him. If I get fired from the MTA, you want to know what? I'm gifted and talented enough to go get another job. If you're not, then put that on you. Do not put that on me. Don't make that mistake. I'm not you. I have not been hiding. I have been on the front lines this entire time while recovering, and I'm still recovering from the coronavirus. I'm still not 100%. And I'm not going to come to work to get reinfected to possibly die. So don't speak on my situation if you don't know what my situation is. I hope you get that, because I'm not going to play around with people trying to assassinate my character and only got negative things to say. I'm not going to play around with that. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to respond to you because I have a whole bunch of people who do appreciate the things that I do, that Progressive Action does, that Nuke, Jocelyn, Ben, Gomez, Denise, Willie Colon, Roberto, that Joe, they appreciate what we do. I don't want to hear no negativity. If you can't show me props when I do something right, then guess what? I don't want to hear you when you think that I do something wrong. We're not going to do that. I'm still from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I'm still that same kid. I'm just trying to be more political and more move a different type of direction, but it can still happen, man. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah, man. I took some time off too. You kidding me? I didn't want to be running around down there. A lot of people did. The place was a ghost town. I mean, it was more people taking off than people coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of people out there that are scared of management. Management wants you to come in, you come in. Management wants you to die, you die. I'm not that guy.
This person had the nerve to tell me, well, if people follow your lead, how the system is going to run.
Who cares?
Is that my issue? You want to know what? If I wish the members follow my lead so they could figure out how the system go run so they can respect us better. You know what? They don't respect us because we come to work under all types of conditions. We not heroes to them. We not essential. We sacrificial.
That's right.
This is what it is. This is what it is. Nobody, and I don't think nobody been in the media more than Progressive Action this whole entire pandemic. I turned down so many news stories and gave them to other people because I just didn't want to be in the news that much because I was really sick. Some days I'm bad. Today I felt bad. I'm still can't figure out what the hell is going on. And I can't see a pulmonologist because everybody's at home. They not seeing no patients. I just had a friend tell me that they tested positive for the virus a month ago. They end up getting some type of chest x-ray and the doctor asked them, did they smoke? And they never smoked a day in their life. So nobody know this virus. I'm not going to come to work not being 100%. When every time I came to work in these past 6 years, I was 100%. When I didn't feel 100%, I went home. So what's the difference here? And nobody don't know what this virus is? Come on, man.
No, that's management's narrative. Come to work no matter what. We don't need our members telling us that. That's got nothing to do with leadership. Just got to do with being smart.
Yeah, like I feel that if you at work right now and you had the virus and you rush to be back and your money is right and everything is good, what are you doing there?
And you're knocking everybody else out. You got a poor guy. He don't know. He doesn't know that you're infected. So you infected him, and now you messed up his family. For what?
Exactly. And what's crazy is that uh, uh, um, I'm not even gonna say who the person was. The person who criticized me, I'm not gonna say their name because they not important. But I had got a call about this same person from someone in management saying that they was at work sick, infecting everybody else, and they had to shut down the whole department. And they said, yo, they told me, they said, yo, Tramel, look, you're going to get a lot of phone calls of people checks being messed up because we have nobody here because a worker decided to stay on the property and cough and get everybody sick. And what happened weeks, people to this day checks is still not right. And I know the reason why, but I'm not putting that out there on the internet to say, you know, because of this person decided to come to work because maybe they need money. Maybe they money hungry. Maybe they don't got nobody that loved them in their life. Maybe they just don't care. They came to work and got everybody else in trouble, infected or whatever, and got the whole department, shut down. I ain't put that out there. I could have put that out there, but it don't mean nothing. But just don't criticize me. Don't criticize me on saying that I'm scared or like I'm just like the union and like trying to call me a coward. I'm scared. I'm hiding. I've been doing the show every week since this pandemic hit. I've been in the news damn near every week since this pandemic hit. How am I hiding? Where's Utano at right now? Tell me where Utano at right now. When the last time you seen him? Oh yeah, you seen him when the MTA hired non-union workers to come on the property to clean the property. That's when you seen Utano. Where has he been ever since then? I'm not hiding. I'm easy to find. You could DM me. Could you DM Utano and ask him where he at? No, you can't, man. Cut it out, man. We not gonna take none of that craziness, man.
Dude, you rolled a coffin up in front of 2 Broadway. The last thing I would ever call you, no matter how I felt about you, was scared. I would, I would never call you scared.
I'm scared and I'm hiding. I mean, people, what I notice about life, people talk because they face got a hole in it. And they talk on the internet because they feel it won't be no type of repercussion or the internet make people brave. The same thing that I speak about on the internet, I could tell whoever it is to their face. And I have done it. But the internet make people brave and make people feel like they don't got to be accountable because when they see me in the field, they say a lot of foul stuff and then they come up to me like everything is all good. And I'll be like, nah. We just not gonna rock like that. Ain't nothing to say to me. And that's just how things are. Unless we go speak like adults or whatever the case is, but I'm not gonna allow you to criticize me on the internet and then see me in person. Oh, hi Tramel, how you doing? Nice to meet you. No, you already met me. You already judged me on the internet, so obviously we already met. You don't need to meet the in-person me. I'm good on you. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, Joe. I don't know how you last all these years with all this type of stuff, man.
Actually, what made it interesting was getting involved and staying involved with the union. It wasn't exhausting. As a matter of fact, it was refreshing. And if I look back on a long career, the best thing I ever did was get involved. And I want everybody to understand that. I want everybody to believe that.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be honest with you, I didn't start experiencing disrespect until I decided to stand up for members. I never experienced this type of disrespect ever. And it's hard for me to deal with because Well, now it's not. In the beginning, it was because I was just adapting to what was going on, and sticking up for people and trying to get better for your coworkers. I never would have thought it would have been so disrespectful. Now I don't experience a lot of disrespect, but I experience, people think that they can say whatever they want to say to me without repercussion, and that's cool. It's all good. But being standing up for people is a tough role, man. And I applaud you for doing it all these years and still sticking it through. And like you said, don't take a little arm twist just to get you back on board. You know. So I guess you a glutton for punishment too.
Maybe no, but maybe it's more like a drug. But well, it's when you say like, okay, there's disrespect, that's there, and that hurts. We can't put on a bulletproof vest or a disrespect proof vest. It does hurt because what people say about us really isn't true. We're actually generous. We're actually, empathetic. And for somebody to just roll the negative at us, it does hurt. But all the respect that comes with that outweighs that by 10 times,
That's a
100
fact.
times.
That's a fact. The love outweighs the hate all the time. But I just don't want people to be fake. Look, if you don't mess with me, you see me in the field, don't say nothing to me. Don't even acknowledge me because I probably ain't gonna acknowledge you or know who you are anyway. I don't really click on a lot of these people profiles to even recognize their face or memorize their face or things like that. Let's just keep it adult. If you don't mess with me, don't say nothing to me. The feeling gonna be mutual. If you don't think that you hold the vote over me either. I don't care about that because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna do what I need to do, and still fight for the members, and I'm gonna still fight for you too. So it don't even matter. We good on that, man. We good on that. Joe, you want to leave the people with a final word?
Well, I would just like to say, I'm going to reiterate, we going forward together. So plan gets set up. It's hard right now because we can't all meet in a place. So we're going to have to do this at a distance. But we can't let time go by. We have to begin to educate. There are 100, besides delegates, we need 135 positions filled. We got to replace that executive board. These are this is probably and summer's coming, so that kind of leaves us at a disadvantage. But and we should do our classes over the summer, but we need to educate each other. We need to be able to have our ducks in a row when time comes. And I know that Utano and their people, they're watching this thing too. So we just threw our cards on the table. Probably what we did was we wound up making them try to organize each other with their infighting. But hell, let's just go all out. Let's just so message Tramel, message me, and we'll figure it out. How are we going to do this from a distance? I'll write up a quick curriculum. I use the curriculum that I was using in 2018, and 2017, 2018, and some of it. I don't want to go into a whole lot of contract. I want to teach people organizing, leadership, and how to win. So let's get that done.
Yeah, we're gonna get that done. We calling on the members of all departments. Don't think that just because we asking to come together that we're asking you to run for a spot. Some people don't want to run. Some people just want to help. All hands are accepted here. Nobody will be turned away. This is about unity. This is about coming together and creating a better union for all of us. And Joe, I'm happy. I'm happy that you're on the team, man.
Well, I'm glad that we're all on the same team and we're all working towards the same goal.
Yeah.
Everybody who has just a little bit of difference here and there, let's all get on this ship and bring it on home.
Exactly. I want to give another happy birthday shout out to my boy Roberto Martinez, man. Hurry up and come back because you got some work to do, man. Roberto,
happy birthday, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, you got some work to do. Joe, you got to unblock Rob, man.
He's not blocked.
He's not?
No.
Oh, I thought you had him blocked still.
No.
we gotta get this stuff together. Look, you see what I got on? Spread love. Spread love, not corona. I'm all about the love, but I ain't taking the disrespect. In the meanwhile, we go spread love, not corona. If you want the shirt, you could go to perfedel.com, perfedel.com. Like I always say, Joe, don't go nowhere yet. Matter of fact, let me move this over here so it won't mess you up. You guys want to donate? Oh, it took Joe off anyway. If you no, you still there? Hold on. If you guys want to donate to the platform Progressive Action 100 on Cash App, and what's that? PayPal is Progressive Action. If you want to donate, this is how the platform stay afloat. And this is how we continue to get better. We got to, oh, matter of fact, Joe, did you see yourself in the commercial?
It was the coffin scene.
Nah. In
What?
the new commercial we got.
I thought I saw the commercial, but I don't remember seeing me.
You ain't see us? Watch the screen right now. Watch the screen right now. I'm gonna play it real quick. How y'all like the commercial? Let me know how y'all like the commercial. Yeah, you in here. But this is the stuff that progressive. Let me put you back on the screen. This is the stuff that Progressive Action is doing. We buying professional software, professional equipment. We're going to be doing. I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna drop it on y'all. Hopefully, I get to drop it by next week sometime. But we're gonna step up our game. See, and this is the thing too. Nobody predicted this pandemic to come, right? So now nobody could meet. Everything is about the internet. And I could say this with my chest poked out. Progressive Action runs social media in Local 100. We run social media. And this is how a lot of people are going to be meeting and how information is going to be dispersed. This is just how things are going to be happening. And we already got the platform. We already got the head start. And we're making things, we coming. We upgrading and getting better and better and better. So it's happening. Shout out to the members who, a member hit me up today. He said, Tremel, I want to do some designs for you. My trade is Photoshop and graphic work and things of that nature, graphic effects and things of that nature. So we got some nice stuff coming for you guys. And I'm just happy that the unity has started. Hopefully we get more people on board. Like I said, you guys continue to work safe. Do not work unsafe. Your family come first. Your health come first. This company come last. And like Malcolm X said, and Joe just let me know he said it too, we are not outnumbered. We are out-organized. Thank you for tuning into the Progressive Action TV show. Oh, hold on. Before we go, I got to tell you guys something. I'm going to start going live specifically on YouTube only for some how can I, behind the scenes stuff. I finally got enough subscribers to go live on YouTube from my phone. If you don't got at least 1,000 subscribers, you can't go live from your phone. I don't know why they got it like that, but I'm about to start doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff on Progressive Action via YouTube. It took me a long time to get those subscribers for some reason, but I'm happy to be there. So if you're following and listening right now, please go to YouTube, type in Progressive Action. You're going to see the logo. Please press subscribe and please turn on the notification bell. It's very important that you guys do that. Once again, shout out to my boy Isaac Thompson, man. Good guy right there. Shout out to him. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into the show. I appreciate you guys. Joe, I don't know what number show you have appeared on, but like I said, you hold the record, and we're going to keep that going.
It's always